us live? I'm just saying, did you press the button?
Come on, you know me better than that. I'm always pressing the button. I press everybody's buttons. I get my buttons pressed all the time. You didn't read a book, so no show for you. Are you ready?
Let me get a water.
Ready? Water? Live from beautiful downtown HIALEAH at everybody's favorite comic book shop, the GOBLINS HEIST! Tonight is the comic book review night! Well, there we go with featured water from Nestle Pure Life. Yes, and your host with the most, the lovely, the talented, the one and only, Mr. Juan Navarro. Give it up for Mr. Juan Navarro. Get the people going there. Yeah. Love doing that, don't you?
Hold on, I'm just sharing stuff, putting stuff on here.
You're a sharing kind of guy.
Yeah, okay, so we're, okay, whatever. I'm on that as myself for some reason, but it's still going through, so.
Yeah.
I like it. What's up, guys? Thursday, another comic review. We're coming and getting our nerd on. Fawad is running late because he's doing Fawad-like things. Hopefully the sound good. If everything sounds good. Good to see you guys on here.
I'm going to check it outside, see if I can hear the sound.
What?
I'm going to check the sound.
You're going to check the sound?
Yeah, say something.
I'm saying stuff right now. And then now, for some reason, it's being played. There, you already got it. I think you got it. The speaker's still on, John. There, you already got it. I think you got it.
Oh, I have it on the speaker inside.
Yeah.
What a dumbass I am, right?
Yeah.
So I bet you got a lot of feedback
What's
there.
up, bro? Ralph says sound is fine.
Did you get feedback?
No, actually, we didn't get
Did
feedback.
I turn this off?
No.
Did you turn it off?
No, I left it on.
Why was it rocking back and forth then?
Because I was...
He did something.
He did something.
I don't trust
and he's
him.
now lying.
Look at him.
He's lying out of his ass. I
He
didn't
did
do
something.
nothing.
Yeah. He did something.
Turn it off.
You're sneaky, bro.
Yeah.
With those little beady eyes, you're sneaky.
Little beady mole people eyes that you have. Go back under the earth where you belong. We all know you're a mole person, you fuck. Small, stunted growth, beady eyes, sunglasses at night,
There you go.
little fucking powerful digging arms. Fucker.
He does have powerful.
He could be Mole Man, like the Mole Man from
He
Fantastic
should be
Four.
Mole Man.
Yeah.
He has powerful digging arms. He does.
Yes.
Right, you look amazing, Johnny.
Thank you. Me too.
I wish I was Johnny.
No, you don't.
Oh, look at him. If I was him, I'd jump out of a fucking window.
Really? No, I like it.
You
I
woke
think
up one
it's good.
day, it's like, I'm Little John. And Little John wakes up, I'm John.
I'd be happy as fuck if I was Little
He'd be
John.
like
bro.
exploding fucking dish machines and shit.
I'd turn
You
shit
would be
around.
breaking computers left and right.
No. I'd turn shit around. Go to the gym and run.
Go to the gym and run.
That's what I would do if I was Little John right now.
Yeah.
Go to the gym, run.
Like
Have
a
no
Freaky
family,
Friday
no
situation.
bills, no nothing.
Like free, just
Oh my
free.
god, that'd be so free.
Poor Little Johnny.
But
He'd be you.
Then Adam would wake up and hit him in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, horrible.
Jesus.
And tell you, shut up, go to work. Stop
Yeah.
doing that to yourself.
Yeah.
I hate it when she says that to me.
Oh, well, you should stop doing that to yourself.
I try.
Anyway, let's talk about comics.
Yes.
This week, a lot of good comics came out this week, guys. A lot of you guys picked up your books, so hopefully you read some. We're going to talk about a couple things, and we're trying not to be spoilers about it. First up, a little surprise little thing that was pretty fucking good. Aquaman, Green Arrow, Deep Target. I was making fun of how homoerotic this fucking cover is, because it just looks like a gay porn. Like one of those gay porn parodies.
I mean, don't all comic
Oh,
books...
What the...
Oh, wait!
It's the mayor of Comic Book Town! Look
It's
at
what
him!
the-
It's the mayor!
It's Mayor Comic.
Mayor McCheese!
Mayor McComic. Good evening, Mayor
fuck?
McComic.
Hello, everyone. How are you? How's everything going today?
It's the Mayor of Comic Town. Everybody, a round of applause for
The mayor of
Mayor
Comic Book
Thank you
Town.
very much.
Mayor
You need
McComic.
a sash? We need to give you a sash.
Mayor McComic.
Yes, I just wanted to thank everybody for their votes in the election. It was wonderful. It was magic. I heard you all are doing a
Not
comic
quite a
book
porn
review
stash, but
night.
almost there.
Wow.
Yes? Yeah, excellent. Good. So which
Well, I
book are
think
we
it-
talking about now, fellas?
We're talking about the homoerotic adventures of Green Arrow and Aquaman.
Oh, excellent.
Green Arrow, Deep Target.
Deep times. Yes, dude, yes. You know, the homosexuality is in fashion now in America. I think it's quite embracing. Yes.
Everything's gay. Really, it's when it's not gay, it's going to turn around. I think it's going to be like, when is there going to be a comic book character that reveals himself to be straight?
Ah, imagine that. If it was an entire homosexual universe and then one man was heterosexual.
I mean,
that would be you, right?
Hell on earth. Huh?
That would be you, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. I actually was at the mayor's farewell speech today. So
Oh, the Goomba that runs HIALEAH.
Yes, yes.
Ah, excellent.
Yes.
We like him.
Were you there?
Hmm?
Were you there?
Yes, I'm the new mayor of HIALEAH.
Oh, I thought you were coming
Mayor
down.
Siddiqui.
I thought
We've
you
Well, he's
HIALEAH
reading
comic
it.
book town.
HIALEAH comic book town. Okay.
No, wait. Well, I want to be clear also. You know, you may be confusing me for my cousin Fawad Siddiqui. You know?
Yes.
I am Charles Smythe Siddiqui.
Okay.
You can call me Bunny.
Okay, Bundy.
Yeah,
Bundy. Yes.
Bundy?
Yeah, some of the
Bundy.
comments.
Okay.
Mayor Quimby, they called you. He definitely has a pocket watch. Is a mustache for Movember?
What? I don't know what that is.
That's when they just grow a mustache. You just grow a real
Homosexual.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the talking about?
During November, you just grow the biggest mustache you can grow.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, you know,
And
my people
everywhere.
have been growing mustaches far longer than homosexuals have.
Mm.
We didn't have homosexuals back in 1800s in India.
No one was gay.
I
No
think
one, no one.
fantasy
No one.
literature
People had
and
sex with
superhero
elephants, though.
comics
Huh?
in particular have always had a little splash of homoerotic undertones.
No. What?
That's because that's what you want to see.
Well, what about Deep
You know.
Impact of arrows from Aquaman?
Also,
I mean, look at He-Man.
Also, they said that you look like the mayor from Powerpuff Girls.
Yes, that guy.
Nah, he's too tall and tan.
He looks like Pakistani Tom Selleck.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Well, you look quite dapper. I must say.
It looks like he carries a it looks like he carries a pocket watch. The second one, you need a pocket watch.
I can get your pocket watch.
I've got a pocket watch, but a gentleman does not show his pocket watch in public.
And Movember is to raise awareness of prostate cancer.
What's that?
That's you don't know what prostate cancer
I have
is?
no idea. Apparently, my mustache has done nothing.
Or maybe it's worked.
It's worked. It's
That's
kept it
exactly
away.
right. Kept it
It's
away.
very aware.
There you go.
When I look at you, I think prostate. I mean, that's
Well, I did run on a prostate ticket. I was pro prostate and pro
Everyone
mammary
should have-
exams.
yeah.
Yes,
By
I'm
you.
very much about the mammary
By you.
exams. Huh?
By you, though.
Well, I mean, I like to get in there with my constituents, and I'm a man of service. So yes, if anybody would like a memory exam, please come by to the Goblin's Heist. We're offering free memory exams with every single comic book purchase.
All right, so let's
and
review this
sometimes
book.
an occasional motorboat.
Okay, now we lost track. We
Yeah,
digressed
whatever.
again.
Because it's Aquaman and Green Arrow. There's only so much.
Well, look,
But this is a
too-
surprisingly good comic book.
Really?
It's deep
Why
target.
is
Who's the writer on
Aquaman
it?
wearing his new 52 piece of crap costume though?
Ah! See, this is the thing that happens. They switch places. All of a sudden, Oliver Queen is Aquaman and has all the powers and everything else. And Green Arrow, Aquaman is Green Arrow and has all the arrows and the multi-millions and all this other stuff. And they don't know why. So they seek each other out in this to find out, even though there was like a time travel, really cool kind of weird underground time travel thing that happened in the beginning of the book using this one general guy who I think he was in Checkmate. So there's some spy stuff in it, some weird time travel stuff. I can always say a good comic makes you want to read the next one. This actually makes you want to read the next one. I was pleasantly surprised how this didn't suck. And it showed like Aquaman was just like fucking using Green Arrow's arrows, and he's like, how the fuck do you fight crime with this shit? And Aquaman's like, how do you like walk around like it's like I can hear everything? Like they're both getting used to each other's like abilities.
Now you
and
know
powers.
there was a crossover on the Arrowverse where the exact same thing happened. The Flash and Green Arrow had their power switched, and they had to wear each other's silly costumes, and it was I swear to
fun
God,
for the
it
whole
was-
family and
It
whatever.
was all right. I mean, the costumes didn't fit so good. It's like
Yeah,
they
but
took
that
it-
was done by this asshole who wanted to, kill everything and everyone.
What?
What?
In the Arrowverse, the last villain. Some giant asshole, I can't remember his name. He just wanted to destroy the whole universe.
Are you just saying things now?
No, that's what happened in the Arrowverse.
Who?
During this crossover, when
Yeah.
they were switched with the bodies.
Yeah. It wasn't time travel or anything. It was literally some asshole with a giant book that tells pretty much the whole universe.
Oh,
And
right.
just-
That was the Elseworlds crossover. Was
Yeah.
that part of that one where somebody had the Book of Destiny?
Yeah, and in the end, Oliver had to sacrifice himself to save the universe.
That was the same crossover that they had this
Yeah.
weekend with the things? Wow, you know your Arrowverse very well. I like that.
So, I'm not saying this is like a 5-star book. It's like a 3.5-star book. I do want to read the next one because there was good Green Arrow books at one time until Kevin Smith fucked it up and the stupid
I like the
Arrow
Kevin
thing.
Smith run in the
Kevin
stars.
Smith sucked.
The beginning of it I liked. Oh, come on.
And Aquaman, there has never really been a run that really caught my attention too
No,
much.
I've been an Aquaman fan a few times.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, in 1990s they had a nice run with Kevin Maguire doing the covers. And it was...
Is that the Water Hand?
No,
Okay.
Waterhand was horrible.
Oh, okay.
I think he had water hand, and then it spread, and his whole body became water body.
That's how it starts.
I like that they're taking the two least favorite genericist blonde white interchange, like the members of the Justice League that really nobody gives that much of a shit about, and putting them together. So it's 2 times the power of not giving a shit.
Marlon has said, "Oh, distinguished gentleman."
Oh, hello,
Oh, hello.
how are you? Yeah,
He's a distinguished gentleman. Look at him.
yeah.
Raul Madero says,
It's
save
a
the
comic from Comic Town.
boss. What the fuck are you talking about? N52 Green Arrow outfit was badass.
No, who said that?
Raul Madero's.
You read that garbage?
That's like I don't remember a good Green Arrow book for a long fucking time. I'm talking since early 2000s.
Good Green Arrow book. Let me think.
Like a good Green Arrow run.
Good Green Arrow run.
There was the Mike Grell drawn one that goes
I
into
like
his
that.
origin.
The first 12 issues of the Kevin Smith run are okay. Okay, Chuck Dixon did a pretty good run, but then he was
Okay.
mostly dealing with his son.
Mhm.
When his random son, because
Yeah.
before everybody was gay, everybody was having illegitimate children. That was
Yeah.
the thing you did to spice up your book. Oh, Damien is the last of the bastards, kind of, in comic books. But Green Arrow had a
They
bastard.
should do the team
Connor
of
Hawk.
bastards. So yeah, 3.5 stars. If you ever liked either of these characters, you wanted to see something, or you want a good espionage book with Justice League characters, that one's a good one to read. Next one up is Pop Star Assassins. I read it.
I read it too.
John read it.
I read most of the indie books. I enjoyed it. It was kind of like it reminded me a lot of Big Trouble in Little China. Almost.
Yeah, it was a weird book. Supposedly, okay, so there's a guy. He goes by the name of Bruce Presley,
Okay.
and he's
Mix
an
of Bruce-
amalgamation of Elvis and Bruce Lee.
It was kind of Quentin
But I think
Tarantino-ish, right?
he's not really like a descendant of him. I think he's like happens to be a guy who's a Bruce Lee, Elvis Presley impersonator.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about his dad in the beginning, and he's in this club, and this crazy shit happens, and he gets caught up with the CIA and the mob and all this other stuff, and he escapes. There's some parts that are weird. There's some parts there too that the lettering is shit.
Yeah,
That
so you
they're
kind of
just-
get whacked on the dialogue.
Yeah, like the way they put it down, either the artist was doing whatever the fuck they wanted, or they add dialogue later on. But it was a cool fucking read, and it was interesting, and I thought it was like kind of like a cool hodgepodge, like a Big Trouble in Little China. Has that kind of weirdness to it that you
Quentin
can kinda
Tarantino-ish kind of shit.
I like the
going
coloring
on.
on this. It's very.
Yeah, it's great. The coloring is great. The art's
art
great.
and the coloring is very. What's the word for it? Pastel-y-ish.
Yeah, some of it's like, you know, a little bit out of hand, but
I highly recommend the book. That for me, that's the book of the week right now.
Mhm.
That's one. Well,
So it's an Asian Elvis impersonator.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think he has any. Though they showed like a
What's
weird
this?
thing of files and pictures.
yeah. Alex wants to see the art inside. The art book's great.
I once had to fight an Asian Elvis impersonator at the Opelika flea market.
Oh yeah, I remember Elvis fighting nights.
Hmm?
I remember
Yeah.
the Elvis fighting nights they had.
Yeah, they had a place in the back. You just pay them $15 and then you
You
can
come
fight.
as an Elvis guy and you can fight some other Elvis.
Yeah.
That would actually be.
I love this
Elvis
cover,
is
by the
back,
way. As you can see, it's like kind of
Tough buddy.
Elvis Presley, and then you have the chick Marilyn Monroe here. I love this cover. This cover's badass. This is my favorite cover.
What's it say on the back? Show them the back. It's got a paddle.
How do you know my name?
You very half-assedly.
And that is one of the lines in the book. Great book. Highly recommend it. I had fun with
You
it.
guys ever see Bubba Hotep?
Yeah.
That movie about
Yes, that's another thing that
Bubba
are.
Hotep.
Alex is gonna take this one.
So, John, you were saying that you have an Asian Elvis impersonator
Yeah, my
friend,
friend Yoshi is a Japanese Elvis impersonator.
Yoshi. Are you making all of this up?
No.
I think my cousin Fawad does Elvis impersonating sometimes, but he does it as the Pakistani Elvis Pelvis.
Pelvis.
No, you stand up and read.
Yeah,
This, okay.
Yeah.
Let me sit down for a while now. You stand up and read.
Oh, God, come on.
No, somebody stand up and read this.
So yeah, we're gonna be getting issue 2. I already
So
put in the
this is
FOCs. I did some FOC stuff. I put only one thing on the Discord. Everything else was kind of like all the other books because it's going towards December, so not too many new books are coming out in December, obviously. So yeah, December is gonna be a little calmer.
Yeah,
there are new books. There are new books.
We are gonna blow out these books back issues right after for Good Friday, Black Friday.
Good Friday too. Black Friday and Good Friday.
All the Fridays.
All you
Black Friday
Catholics,
is
come in here
Good
with
Friday.
a little ash smeared on your forehead and you get a free comic.
That's Ash
You
Wednesday.
give up fish.
Yep.
That's Ash Wednesday.
Next up is Human Remains. This is number 1, second print. And this is number 2. I haven't read the second issue. Did you read the second issue?
Yes, I did.
I haven't got a chance to do it.
Slows down a little bit. There was a lot of action in the first one. A lot of people
Yeah,
getting
first
killed
one
and
just
stuff like
throws
that.
you into everything.
It was bam, 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 bam.
What's the premise?
It slows down. Okay, there's this creatures in. You read that book with me. That your cousin did. You guys kind of look the same. You know what I mean? Whatever. Keep thinking about your cousin. For what?
Oh yeah, he's nice.
Your cousin, yeah. So
Strong prostate.
strong prostate on Fawad, yes, for sure. These creatures that came out of nowhere that sense emotions, and when there's too much emotions anywhere, they end up attacking and killing the people. It's kind of fucked up.
Sounds like Ghostbusters too.
This guy's with his wife. They just got married, as you can see in the first cover. And he's scared to be with her and to show emotion, to have sex with her, to even argue with her or anything. So he decides to leave. He ends up, when he's driving around, this lady comes running out of her house. He sees that her house is boarded up. She gets killed. It's really, really fucked up what's going on in this book. And I wanted, and it's kind of like touching on what's happening now with the virus. People are locked up in the house, hiding from the situation.
Your person locked up?
Well, not anymore, but in the
There's still
beginning,
some
like it was in the beginning. Don't you remember how everybody was in the beginning? How it was locked up, the streets were empty,
When the
And that's what's
hysteria
going-
was at peak.
and that's what's going on in this book right now, on this issue. There's a hysteria afoot with what's going on, which it's very scary. What's going on with them because you can't even show emotion in your house, so you have to board up your house and everything. Book's excellent. I'm really liking what they're doing with
kills
this
you
book.
if you have emotion?
This big monster thing that just senses emotion. It comes out of nowhere, making these
Says
screeching
there,
down.
The
noise.
first indications are that the life forms are attracted to heightened emotions.
Yes.
So everybody's got to be Vulcans.
Yes. And then and there's some states that they've been able to control it, and the monsters have somewhat dissipated. But there's places that the people are still showing emotion. They have higher levels of monsters, and that's what's happening to this guy in the area.
I tell you, HIALEAH would just be destroyed instantly.
Everybody in
Explode and
HIALEAH would
pop
fucking
like a
die.
pimple.
Yes, everybody in HIALEAH.
All you Cubans with your hand moving and you're shouting.
Yes,
Gone.
everybody would die. So, great book. Highly recommend it. That's the pick of the week for me. If you pick up 1 and 2, 2 does slow down a little bit, but still
Terry
really
Wine
good.
just logged in.
We have issue number 1 and 2. Number 1 is a second printing. It is on a second printing, so it merited the second printing because issue number 1 was that good.
Yeah, the art is a little rough,
I like the art.
but it's good.
All right.
I like that style art. I like the rough art. It might not be for everybody, the
It's
art,
got some
but I
murder
really
scenes,
do.
it's got some sex scenes, it's got everything.
It's got everything. It's got a priest on the cover.
Got
It's
an Indian
going-
lady inside.
Yes. Well,
This is number 2. This is number 1, Alex.
Well,
Second printing of number
there
1, right?
is a scene where the Indian lady's husband is with her niece, and he approaches her, and it was inappropriate.
No.
And then the guy tells her, "Who are they going to believe? You, your crazy self, or me?" And
Oh, so it even goes there.
it goes there too. Yeah, it's everywhere. The book's good. The
The book's good.
is
You just get entertained. Dude. Like every
and you
panel
can't
makes you go
show
to the next
emotion. Everybody's got to be like a
Yeah.
Vulcan. They try to be like a Vulcan.
one.
Imagine trying to live life like that. Don't show emotion. Don't.
I'm barely sure.
Yes, as a mayor, you have to be stern.
Yes. Tough but fair.
Yes, tough but fair.
And he's English.
Yes. Well, it's not English. Is it? Are you?
Yeah,
Wasn't it in Pakistan have that kind of accent?
It's
too?
colonial.
Colonial. It's colonial accent. Yes.
Oh, traitor to your race. Okay.
Yes.
No. Shut up. He's a good guy. He's the mayor of Comic Town.
Colonist. Okay.
No, we love Comic Town mayor.
Comic Town. I still think your head should be one big comic book that talks.
Yeah.
Like Mayor McCheese, you know?
I'm getting a surgery.
Yes,
I'm on a waiting list. Got my head replaced with a comic book.
So yes, highly recommend it.
Yeah, really good. I would say 4 stars.
Yeah, 4 stars for sure. 4.5, 5, 4.5.
Is that a 4-issue miniseries?
I don't know if it's 4 issue miniseries. It might be 5 issues. People do 5 issues.
6, 10.
People do 5 issues. People do 6 issues. People do 3 issues now.
Really?
You didn't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
the little robot. They would do
Not
that.
yet.
Okay.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Jeez. I'm trying to... Next one up is House of Slaughter number 1. This is the spin-off issue by Tinian, the original writer.
I punched myself in the eye when I read.
But
the
you've
other
never read House of
book.
Slaughter.
But I'm mad still.
You punch yourself?
Because one guy is
Yes.
gay.
No, because everything is gay now.
There's gay people, bro.
But
There's
where are the straight people at?
So is the main gay person in this book?
It's not even a big deal, the gay. It's not even a big deal about the gay. Well, look at the relationship. You know, like, he doesn't really have a relationship.
I'm gonna go gay.
It gets into Aaron Slaughter. If you've read House of Slaughter, Something Killing the Children, you know Aaron Slaughter as the handler guy that was helping Erica Slaughter and all that. So it kind of gets into his origins, his past, everything going up to when Erica Slaughter goes into the town for the beginning issue. So this is handling that. It's very interesting. I think it's a very cool take.
Okay, everybody's making fun of me. The book was good. I'm not gonna lie, it was good all the way to the end, which I was like, damn, not again.
Doesn't matter.
John just wants the traditional gender roles and
You
traditional
know what?
marriage
Me and you were gonna have to be gay one.
that people have been having for 12,000 years since the end
We
of
just
the
have
Ice
to.
Age.
We just have to figure out who's going to be bottom.
He just wants
Can't
people
take
to
turns. We can't
be
flip a
true to their
coin.
chimpanzee
I don't want to.
genes
We can't
of
do a calendar?
misogyny and
No,
patriarchy.
No, that was just like...
I would always. If I was bottom, I would always give you a Hershey's kiss.
No, Jesus Christ. Anyway, man, that is so funny to him.
What?
That right
A
there.
Hershey's kiss.
He
What's a Hershey's
Muttley laughed. He laughed like Muttley right now. He went.
What's a Hershey's kiss? I don't understand.
Yeah, Vane. When you pull
Oh
out the-
God!
the-
Come on!
the-
Come on!
the-
Come
the-
on!
the-
Come on! Come on!
No, no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
no.
that this is a family show.
Oh, okay.
Would you stop asking?
The
Yeah,
homosexual.
I think a few people just left the chat.
All right, yeah.
In the
Yeah.
But-
chat, if you know what this Hershey's kiss is, please describe it in the chat. I don't know what that is.
We'll send you.
Well, Alex
links.
Cabo just said,
The sexual-
ew.
Ooh. All right, so great book till the very end.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll change my mind once I read issue 2.
Just whatever. It is really good, but I would say you need to have been reading Something Is Killing the Children just so it matters more. You can jump in on this.
It is. You don't
see
need to
the
read something.
jump in
I've read a lot of Something Killing the Children, and I don't feel that you need to read something.
Well, you need to know who Aaron is.
Yeah, you're right,
You
you're
know
right.
what happens to Aaron?
I don't remember what happened.
Well, okay, so then.
Or either of the members of the Slaughter family, Sergeant.
What are you talking about?
Sergeant Slaughter, he was a wrestler.
Oh no!
Also,
The
Rel-
family. Why would anybody in the family be a sergeant?
Anybody can be a sergeant.
Do they live in a street and their house is number 5 on the street?
Realm Brother says chocolate starfish.
Oh god, that you're making a Vonnegut joke? Really? A
Yeah.
Vonnegut joke?
Yeah, everybody loves a Vonnegut joke.
Yeah. Whoever got
Everybody loves a Vonnegut joke.
Yeah, like
In
anybody
the
knows
chat,
who
share your
fucking
favorite Vonnegut joke. I'll wait.
And
And more
then
people
Raul
left.
Medeiros comes in with chocolate starfish. Anyway,
That's exactly what we needed.
so that's what happens with this podcast. You get
Everything goes off the
you
rails.
learn gay maneuvers and comic books.
Chocolate starfish.
There's a lot of
Straight
gay
guys.
stuff in comics. I will say that. There's a lot of gay stuff.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
noticeable. There's an upturn in gay stuff.
gay stuff
Yeah,
in here.
it's making me want to turn.
Anyway, Darkhold Blade #1. Really fucking good. It was a fun.
I started
it's a
reading
what
it.
if.
Yes, I started reading the beginning. Super packed in action. The art is great. From
Yeah.
beginning to end.
So the whole thing is that in Darkhold, they went to stop Doctor Doom because he's gonna go after pretty much Marvel's version of Cthulhu, which is this guy named Cthon.
Mhm.
C-T-H-O-N.
Kazan.
Cthon? Cthulhu? Cthon?
Cthon.
Cthulhu Kazan. Cthulhu's cousin. Kazan.
Cthon, you know, from down the street.
Yes, you know.
Not
Cthulhu
as
then.
popular. Cthulhu took everything. He always took all the attention.
Little
Left
Cthon.
nothing for Little Cthon.
Nothing for Cthon.
Nothing for Cthon. And
Cthulhu's-
so the whole thing is
Cthulhu,
that
Cthulhu's parents were like, why can't you be more like Cthulhu?
look at him.
Look at him.
Look at him.
He's out there.
Captain of the
These
debate
tentacles.
team. He's on the football team. He has a nice girlfriend. You're just
Terrorizing
sitting,
Boston.
yeah, terrorizing Boston, leading men to madness. You know,
His tentacles are sticking out in Japan. He's
Turning
getting into
people-
vaginas.
turning people into fish. you know, stuff like that. You know, what do you
Got
do?
a
You're
new
just
TV
sitting in
show
your
on
room.
Netflix.
Yeah,
The black people one.
That was on Amazon. I think.
Amazon. Great show.
Amazon wasn't it HBO?
HBO, yes.
Yeah, god damn it.
Well, I don't know. It was canceled. Nobody
And then
cares.
meanwhile, Catan.
It got canceled?
It got canceled.
Yeah.
Lovecraft. And then meanwhile,
Lovecraft
Catan,
County.
Poor Catan.
Yeah. Lovecraft Country.
Country. Whatever. It got canceled.
You guys are all wrong about everything you've just said for the last minute.
Doesn't matter. It got
The
canceled.
fucking
Nobody
network, the
watched it.
show, the fucking, it's like all of it. It's like the most biggest bag of information ever.
I don't know.
Fucking diarrhea of the
Was
mouth
Cthulhu
over
in
it.
it?
No, it was supposed to be after Mountains of Madness, and the whole thing is the investigation of it. If you ever read some of the books, you'll see that it has a whole relation to like them fucking, you know, the original Arkham, where Arkham was in the university and all that other stuff, and Miss Atomic and all that shit. You know, they dabbled it, but the first 3 episodes were good, and after that, it went off the rails.
Yes.
So there you go.
Well, anyway, this is about not about him. This is about Catan.
Yeah. So Zatan, so they go to stop Dr. Doom because Dr. Doom gets the Darkhold. Darkhold is like the Necronomicon. No one should read it because you'll go crazy. But he is Doom because Dr. Doom don't go crazy.
Doom just does things like that.
Dr. Doom's just like, I am Doom. And that's it. Doesn't fucking affect him.
Didn't
So he
Dr.
read the
Doom-
fucking book. He got access to the other plane. He goes to the next plane. Tries to fight it. Scarlet Witch calls. He does the Doctor Strange Defenders thing and says, I need help. Bibbidi bobbidi booboo, and it gathered these heroes in the
She
one
has
place.
that power too now?
Yeah, well,
She
she's
has whatever power they fucking wanted her
Oh,
at
yeah,
any
well,
given time and place.
She has. Well, remember, she has the immune ability to control possible. What's it called? Possibilities.
What the hell does that mean?
You can the hex powers. Like I can make bad luck happen to you. Like your suit will fall off, or that chair will break.
So she has bad luck power.
Bad luck or good luck powers.
That's everything.
That's since the 60s. She can control probabilities, but then she practices chaos magic.
Mm-hmm.
So using her immune abilities
That's a
and
different
chaos
thing.
magic.
That's a different thing.
Chaos magic
She
is
has
random.
two random everything
Well,
powers.
she actually uses. Well, it's not powers because she learned how to use magic.
So what?
Okay, so then she got powerful enough that she's like second to Doctor Strange. So
Dr.
she
Doom.
uses Doctor Strange in the sense of sorcery. She's almost as powerful as Doctor Doom. And both of them are head to head.
Dr. Strange.
Okay. Well, didn't
You know,
Dr.
now
Doom...
Doctor Doom's the one who went to fight. She calls on some people to help her. Ends up being Blade, Spider-Man, Iron Man. Who the fuck else? I forgot now.
Black
Knight?
Bolt.
Moon Knight. Stop
No.
that! I know it's an action figure. Yes,
You
it's
forgot
very
Black-
good.
Did I show it?
Go ahead. You're fucking gonna shit your pants. if
You
don't
forgot
say-
Black Bolt.
Black Bolt.
Didn't Dr. Doom recently reimagine...
We have
the
this
entire
awesome
Marvel
Dr. Doom
universe,
figure.
though?
Huh?
If
Didn't
anybody's
Dr. Doom
interested.
recently reimagine the entire Marvel universe?
Yeah, but that was before that. That was like when he restarted the universe. He had the power of the beholder.
That wasn't enough for him? He couldn't take a day off?
Because he doesn't remember that because I think he restarted the universe. So.
Oh,
It's
he
only
started
$24.99 for anybody interested.
Uh-huh.
do you
All
do?
right, enough already with
The
the
Home
book.
Shopping Network over here.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
know, John.
so that was the whole thing right now.
It didn't even
Oh my
remotely
God,
get- that's
dude,
the
that was the worst. No one saw that. Wow. That was like, did you not notice what you were doing?
You showed everybody his ankle.
Yeah.
I moved it on down.
Yeah.
Was it
So
even in the
everybody
right
can see that well.
Close
Sound a
to
little bit. Sound a little bit of it.
This is
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah,
bad.
he's fine.
What?
You guys need to read books, man. I can't be the only one fucking
Leave
pulling
him
this
alone. Leave him
fucking
alone. I did read books. Keep
this
going.
boulder of a
Well, I
fucking
was
show.
actually
up a hill.
shooting a web series, so that's why.
Yeah.
Wait, I was in a zombie web series.
Did you read any books? Any of the Star Wars books?
No, I was in a shooting a zombie web series.
Oh, so you are an actor too, just like your cousin.
Hmm?
You're also an actor like your cousin,
What
correct?
happens when you put them in the house of pretend? See?
You're also an actor like your cousin.
What?
Your cousin for what?
No. I am a director.
Oh, you're a director.
I
You're
directed. I was shooting
okay.
zombie web series.
Okay, I thought you were an actor also. Sorry.
No, not an actor.
Nah, actor.
Plebeians.
Anyway, so the characters that see the Darkhold pages, they become insane. And so there's this weird Elseworlds kind of aspect to it. The first one with Iron Man was actually pretty good. Turned into a whole horror thing. And Iron Man ends up encased inside his armor. It rewrites your history using magic.
Yeah.
So he ends up being encased and taken over by the armor. And now he and the armor actually melded together. In this
Oh,
one,
that
Blade...
sounds painful.
Yeah, and it's like the flesh is coming out of the armor.
Gross.
And he like makes other armors and encases people in them. And it's like zombies. They're like pouring out. Like I don't
So
have
he's
eyes
like
anymore.
a legit Iron Maiden.
Kind of thing, yeah.
An Iron Maiden
Yeah.
was a thing that you put somebody
It's a
inside
spike,
and it
isn't it?
spike
Yeah.
and kills them.
Yeah, this is just like the iron suits and shit. And so in this one, Blade has merged with what they thought he had merged with Magda or Magan or something. It was like the blood god. But it didn't. It was this other guy who merged it. Remember in the first Blade, the guy gets that blood powers?
Yeah, the movie? Oh, I love that movie with the techno soundtrack.
Yeah.
I love it.
Whenever he merges and becomes like a vampire
How was
god.
that a rave when they had the showers with blood once?
Okay. Anyway, so they thought he was merged. The other guy did, and then V-Day happens in this book, and everybody on the Earth either stays mortal or becomes a vampire. So there's no more mutants, there's no more Eternals, there's no more anything. You're either a vampire or you're a human.
Right.
You're either the prey or the food, depending if it was daytime or nighttime.
So nobody's a mutant or a superhero.
Yeah, everybody.
Human, everyone's
the
a
whole
vampire
world.
or a human.
The whole world. So there's a couple of twists. There's a couple of first appearances of certain characters. And this, versions of certain characters that were really
is it a
interesting.
vampire thing? But
Yeah.
isn't DC doing a vampire thing?
Yeah.
They did it again.
Well, they always do it again. I mean, you know. So
Are these companies even really different companies? Is it just the one company?
it's Halloween. Everybody figured vampires. It's Blade.
But
It's
are
one
we
book.
all being
They're doing a
fooled?
whole series. Yeah, you're gonna read DC for his vampires because you want to
Is
see
there
what
a
Batman
hotline
would do
in
with
the
a
back?
vampire.
Is there like a red phone they pick up and hey, we're doing vampires? Okay,
Yeah.
vampires, you got it.
La Magra, the blood god.
Yeah.
Thanks to Roma de Rose.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, yeah, it is.
La migra.
That is a key issue.
La Magra, you're
First,
safe.
first team appearance of the last Avengers.
I thought you said La
Citizen
migra.
V, Silver Sable,
Yeah,
and Prowler.
yeah. Because they were, and V is not who you think it is. Citizen V.
Yeah.
He's not Citizen 5, really. It's not who you think it is under there. It's actually really interesting. There was a
Not
good
Norman
twist.
Osborn.
Nope. And not, what's his name? Arno Arbor.
I know, Robber.
Yeah, I don't
He was a good
so
one.
it was cool. It was a good twist.
Isn't that
It's a
character
standalone
Packard
story
72?
too,
Isn't
so
that
you
like
can
Packard
kind of read it on
That's
your
your
own.
Oh.
So it was really cool. I think it's a great pickup. Darkhold. Now this is uplifted Darkhold. I don't feel like it's such a shitty fucking series anymore. It's gonna be a cool, fun read. I still think it's not gonna have anything to do with the real Marvel universe in the long run. But if you want to see different versions and everything, and if you're into Blade, this is a great pick to
Oh,
pick
it's
up.
a what if? The whole thing of the Dark
It's
World is a
almost
what
like
if?
it's almost like a what if. I mean, I don't know what we won't know until Omega because they're just presenting different stories in each one. Oh, the Wasp is another one. Black Bolt's another one. Spider-Man's another one. I forgot who else.
There's a big crossover thing they're doing right now.
Yeah, but it's not big crossover. It's like there's gonna be like
Medium
7
size.
issues, 8 issues.
Oh.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So like
For
3 years,
anyone interested, we have plenty of all the other covers too,
yeah, we have all the other covers too. So
and
if
they're
you're
all
into it.
really cool.
I liked how they did the Darkhold in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what the.
There's something really 90s looking about the Blade redesign. I think it's really cool.
I always thought the Darkhold was a dumb thing, but then that TV show did a pretty good job with it.
Yeah. So yeah, Alex Calvo. It does seem like it's an anthology so far. Yeah. So I would pick it up. Solid 4 out of 5. I dug it. Next up, Made in Korea. I did not read this because I haven't been able to follow.
Man,
but I know John has.
I've been digging the series a lot, but now they're delving into something that once again takes a twist into something that I'm like, it's a little bit too much. You know, I've got nothing against it, but come on.
Gay stuff?
Well, the little robot is questioning herself once again. And now she's trying on boys' clothes and stuff like that. So
It's a robot.
I understand
It
that,
has
but
no-
the
But
robot,
the metaphor is they're trying to get people to be open-minded to the idea of
this robot, they don't say, but it's insinuating. The robot's trying on different clothes, but it's cut its hair. It's trying to dress like a boy. And it's going from a different program than what it was originally set to be. It starts acting up in the mall. The security guards come in. The book is still good. I'm not gonna lie, the book is still good. I enjoy it. The art is, I like the art is simple. It doesn't get too complicated. Excellent book. Just they had to throw that twist in there again. I don't know what to say about that.
Do you think they're trying to condition the youth to get used
I
to
think so.
different kind
I
of
think so.
gender and sexual orientation?
Yes, Alex, it is. They are going for a trans robot.
Interchangeable
Yeah,
genitalia.
By doing this and having this in many books, that they'll create acceptance for these different things.
No, that's exactly what they're doing. But I don't understand why the comic book community is so.
Because we're both being run by a bunch of liberals.
Now you don't think it's You think these things are not as set in stone. Maybe they're traditional. You think the traditional stuff is better.
I never thought comic books. I've been in comic books for a long time. My entire life I've been into comic books. I never thought that. I thought that comic books were more like
Conservative.
guys like us, you know.
More conservative.
Yeah, more conservative, and it's taken a strange turn, you know.
Well, you know, they stopped marketing things to the older comic book readers. They would always say, like, we're looking for new audiences.
Yeah, so that's probably why they're doing
New
it.
audiences.
I totally get it now.
And then the older audiences were like, what about us?
Yeah.
And they say, new audiences, right to our face.
Yes, new audience.
So like it's like they want us to take a hint, like go away. But it was like, well, we like comic books. Your new audiences don't like. But now they're changing it. Maybe it's for a new audience.
Yeah, new readers aren't picking these books up.
Oh yeah.
And the people who I know personally who are getting into comics now, they all love the long box diving.
Yeah, well, we're getting off topic. Made in Korea is a very good book. Image has hit one out of the park once again. I like what they do with everything. I think Image is a strong indie supporter. I like the story. I wish it would have stayed where it was going at right now. Even though the little robot is whacked again and she ran away again, because she's constantly running away. I don't know what to call it, if she or he anymore. It's a robot.
It's a robot. You can call it it.
So it's running away again, but it's really confused. This poor thing is confused.
Oh.
So it's lost its way and doesn't know what to do with itself now, because she's asking, when am I going to grow? And the guy says, you're not going to grow. This is as big as you are. You are made, and she's not liking any of this stuff.
Oh.
So I kind of sympathize with her. I feel bad with her, or it, whatever it is.
Well,
But it's trying
calling
to
her or it or whatever.
it is trying to identify with something or with somebody, and I feel emotional. I feel emotional for the little robot because it's a child and you want to help it, but you just can't. It's a great book.
Would you say that the book is making commentary on society today?
Not really, but it's something that might happen. They've touched on this subject before.
About what?
Robots becoming self-aware, but they've gone.
Yeah, there was a new scientist recently that was touching about that, and he says we are so far off from that happening that it's amazing because they're talking about the construct of the brain. And how
I think it's called the singularity.
Yeah, the same. Well, that's when man and machine would actually meld together and it would be seamless. We're so far off from any kind of AI. Really, it can still do harm, you know, but it's not going to have the thinking power that we think it is. We're just not at that point because we also got to a point with chips. We also got a point with power that we're actually getting into a slow of the bell curve. So that was the whole thing. So.
Well, Raul, don't feel bad that you didn't get the book. The video is interrupted. Oh, what the hell over there?
No, Maritza Delrich Prince is watching.
All right, the book is excellent.
Very clean line art.
It's very the art is great. Everything's good about the book. There, I feel that this is something that is very. I'm enjoying it.
Remind me, is the author actually Korean?
I don't know, but the book is great. That's all I gotta say.
Jeremy Holt?
Probably
I don't
not.
think so.
If this were actually something Korean, like a Korean horror show, it would be way more fucked up than what it is right now.
Yeah, you know what? I could see that as a Korean movie for sure.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. It's really good.
I always like the artwork of it, the pacing. I haven't read too much.
The
of
artwork,
it.
the
I've only
pacing,
read, like,
everything
the first
is
or second.
very,
It's
very
definitely
good.
worth getting either a graphic novel or a trade of it.
Yeah, for sure. I highly
We'll probably
recommend
get
it.
that.
Very interesting. He's got a THX 1138 vibe. This issue does.
So there you go. That was John's fucking book. So, you know, there you go. Next up, we're going to be doing Inferno Number Two. I just flipped through it. Did anybody read this? No.
Is that a Peach Momoko cover?
It's a Peach Momoko cover.
Oh, I love Peach Momoko.
Raul Medeiros. I don't feel too bad for not getting this book earlier. Thanks, Johnny. I hate a book that starts off strong and just takes a nosedive towards the end. Look at you, Keats and King. Well, I don't know about nosedive. Is the story bad?
No. Raul is not understanding what I'm saying.
This is why
The book is good. The only thing is that, once again, a sexual situation is thrown into it where this robot, it's a robot, it's trying to find its sexuality or lack of or whatever it is that.
You know, it's a robot.
That's
it's like a toaster deciding to be a human.
Well, the
Okay.
robot, I noticed that from somebody just perusing the early issues, it was a little girl robot. Now when
Exactly.
I look, it looks like a little
John,
girl
you
robot.
sound disappointed.
No. I'm not. I'm just. I'm not that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in the fact that once again another comic book, just like the one that we read again, goes into either gay or transgender all the time, and I'm seeing this more and more and more with all comic books. I'm enjoying the story. I understand the little robot is confused or whatever. I still like the story, but why do we have to throw in the transgender thing again
It
into
seems
it?
similar to also the film AI by Steven Spielberg, and the one that he completed for Stanley Kubrick, where there's a little boy robot, and he's trying to understand his place in the world.
Yeah.
He's wandering around. It actually seems very similar.
But
to
this
that.
one, she's getting emotional. She's actually getting emotional.
Well, there's something up with her. Like her programming
Yeah,
is different
her
from the other
programming is
ones. I knew
different
that
from
from
the
the beginning.
There was
So she is getting
show-
emotional. She's getting self-protective, and they're trying to make the robots like. There's one guy programming the robot, saying that it's to protect itself. Like the guy's slapping it, and the robot grabs the guy's hand. And they're saying, "What are you doing?" He says, "No, I'm teaching it to be
Self-aware.
self-aware defensively,
Roman Dares.
but not attacking people.
Yeah.
It's just to protect."
I think a
itself.
lot of times now, I have no doubt that there's writers out there that go into a trans or homosexual relationship or something like that because they want to have that. I don't doubt there's people that are exploiting it
I think so.
to get.
I think this
they-
is a more exploitation of it.
or
I don't know. Maybe
or it's an issue that they give a shit about and they just want to bring it up into the story.
but man, so
Yeah.
many already.
a lot
Because
of,
it's a hot issue. It's all over the place.
hot topic.
I think it's
A
something
lot
that people are
of-
pushing a lot of.
Very
It's like I told you, a lot of the media and everything, and so push it. When statistically, you're talking about a part of the population that's less than 1%. Now,
I
there's a lot more
may be
people.
wrong. Maybe the little robot is not trying to find its
I
sexuality.
just think
But
a robot finding sexuality is actually a better story than a human.
No, but
because
it's not.
it's
It's
just
a 9-year-old robot.
It is a 9-year-old
There's no
robot,
sexuality.
but it's trying to find itself.
Gender.
It's gender.
Yeah.
It's gender.
Well, because at first I was becoming human,
Mhm.
and then becoming human is having a gender.
Yeah.
So there, if anything, there's a lace there, a small line there
But, hold
of
on.
what it is to be a human being and what it is to be
The
gender.
robot never
it's
ages.
just
But the book
doesn't matter
you know
because
what?
in the end you need the you're considering as you're becoming human. You're growing as a person. It doesn't matter about age. You always grow as a person.
Yeah.
If you have a personality in AI,
It's
and
like that.
I can hear you on the speaker, John.
Yeah, well, the book is great, guys. Don't worry about the transgender thing. Transgenders everywhere, I guess.
Let's come on. This is the thing. I don't care about the issue. Entertain me with the issue. And if you can do that in a right way, and you're talking to a guy who was trying to write a book about a guy who changes into a fucking tank every full moon, to fuck it. Like, is just entertain me. If you can entertain me, I don't fucking care about the issue.
Yeah.
And that's a good book. When I can look besides that and everything else.
Yeah.
I always think like once you get past that, that's a good
You know,
book.
it's an interesting point you point out because with Bisexual Superman, the first 2 issues of that book sold shit.
Mhm.
Nobody liked it.
Yeah.
Now, because of the hot button
Yeah.
issues,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I just ordered today second printings
Second
of
printing,
issue
third
1,
printing,
2,
fourth
3,
printing,
and 4.
yeah, it's going bananas now because of that issue being kind of injected in there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the book on its own merits, meh.
You're absolutely correct.
And this is the thing that we have to go back to. It's a fucking business. They gotta sell comics. And if they have to do trans, they have to do bisexual, they have to do gay, they're gonna do that to get new fucking readers in. Because a lot of old fucking readers, a lot of people, you know how many people always say, I love Iron Man. Have you read a fucking comic book? No. I like X-Men. When's the last time you bought one? In
Absolutely
5
correct.
years. So, fuck them. I'm gonna make the comics that I need to make to sell fucking stuff.
But
You know?
in 5 years, have we
Hallelujah.
Had a comic? But have we had a good X-Men comic with a lot of pouches and pouches?
No one wants the
and-
pouches.
Well,
No,
No, actually,
give me some pouches.
Actually, they're just bringing it back. That Rob
Pouches.
Liefeld is coming back on X-Force. They're doing a special run, and he's gonna be.
What
He
about
did
a
that
little-
Which I bet you
what
my
about a
ass
little-
is gonna be late as fuck. And
a belt on the thigh.
Little
That
belt on
major-
the thigh, just a random little tiny buckle and a belt, and one here.
Yeah, we need
Dude,
those.
And one
Major
across.
X, which was almost entirely
Big gun,
Liefeld, sold
a big
really
gun
well.
on your back as big as
Yeah,
your
but
back.
But
now
you
what?
don't ever use it.
Have you heard anything
There,
about it?
Big gun.
Anybody talking about it? Books are late as shit.
It's,
Five
it's
knives.
over.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right,
and
yeah.
books are
In case I
late as
need
shit.
all
Nobody talks
five.
about Major X. There's no Major X comic. There's no Major X mentioned in the X-Men books. There's nobody.
It was a
gave
short
shit.
run.
It came.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a short run. It's just like everybody went meh. That's the thing.
Major X is a horse.
No, I think it just.
I think people almost buy it like as ironically. Except for Julio Valley.
You know what'd be cool if Major X would come back and now he's transsexual.
Yeah, that'd sell a lot of books.
I would buy that.
Yeah, why not? Anyway, Inferno number 2. This keeps getting really good. This is one of the few X books that I've been keeping up on.
Peach Momoko cover.
Peach Momoko cover.
We also have the Jeff the Cow covers.
Yeah, we got a bunch of Jeff the Cow covers. We're going to see about doing a signing with him as we get more, because we got more coming in.
Yeah.
Nothing like a nice tall glass of peach momoko on a hot summer afternoon, just sitting in the backyard. I love it.
I like making peach momoko cookies.
Oh,
Have
those
you had
are
one of
delicious.
those?
Those are absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
I know this Thai place over on Bird Road.
Oh, yeah.
They make a delicious peach momoko.
Yeah. Have you had the coconut peach momoko?
Oh, no, I haven't had
Oh,
coconut
it's a
peach momoko.
zinger.
Ooh,
It's a
I
zinger.
like coconut peach.
Yeah. Anyway.
Delicious.
So yeah, Inferno's really good at wrapping up. There's a lot of great stuff. They're using a character called Destiny, who's big in the X-Men books, and there was a conspiracy. And Charles Xavier and Magneto were, of all the mutants that they were resurrecting, that was the one mutant they weren't allowing to resurrect. And it was
they're resurrecting everybody now, right?
Yeah. But there were
'Cause they
certain
could just-
mutants that they weren't resurrecting on purpose. And so everybody now that they noticed, and it was I don't want to give anything away. It was because of this one other character, and they find out about her mutant power. A character we never thought she had a mutant power, but she did the whole time. And that's,
Oh wait, was it the normal human cousin on the Munsters?
No.
Remember, there was a normal human cousin on the Munsters.
The hot girl.
Yeah, she was
That she was always
And
like,
they was-
I wish I was beautiful as
and
you.
they would say, man, she's so ugly.
Yeah, she was
And they
beautiful.
would look at her, man, that girl's so weird. They would go like, that was funny.
Maybe did the X-Men find out that she's really a monster?
It's funny that you mentioned that. Tim Burton now is doing Addams Family, and Rob Zombie is bringing back the Munsters.
Nice. It's gonna be
Yeah,
Like
they're
Marvel and
gonna-
DC, they just
They're
get
just
on the
gonna
hotline to
go
each
fuck
other.
that
What
up.
do you do
Then.
there?
Anyway, so it was really good. If you're into X-Men, this is the end run of Remender's run.
So how are they able to bring back everybody again? The
They're
only mutants
using
they can bring back,
They're different mutants using different powers.
they combine their forces and then it equals.
Also-
Yeah, they're called the
MacGuffins,
the-
ex-MacGuffins.
I know. I think it's bullshit. The way they explained it was pretty cool because it was using certain
No, it
mutants'
seems fun.
powers,
It seems
put
fun.
in
In
together.
combination.
And now it's like
It seems
everybody seems like might be the end of the Krakoa run, all these powers, everything that's going on. Magneto and Xavier, everything that they did. It's Remender's run. They think it's the end since Remender's leaving. So it's the end of that. Maybe now what happens with the X-Men is going to be exciting to see what they do afterwards.
I thought it was a stupid idea when I heard it, but then when I've actually picked up a couple of X-Men comics recently, I thought it was very fun. I recommend all the mutant coming back stuff. It's only mutants that can come back.
Yeah, it just means that they're bringing back. That's the only thing. So, and they explored
they
that
on
in
the
Way
moon?
of X. Huh?
Are they on the moon?
No. There's an island. There's an island named Krakoa, which is the living island. Do you remember Krakoa?
Right,
Yeah.
like Mogo the Living Planet only is an
It's
island.
an
but it's a
island.
living
And
island.
then
Does he have a face?
There's a moon base.
The Marvel used to have those big
Yeah.
planets with faces.
It's not one of big planet
Go
face,
have a
but he
big
can
face.
manifest like a failure or
Oh.
and stuff like that.
Because I'd be
And-
hanging out on his like lips and his nose and his face.
And then the moon has a base also, and now they just colonized Mars.
Really?
Yeah, and Storm has
These
made
mutants
herself
are getting
the
out of
queen
control. They're going to
Well,
take
think
over
about
the
it.
universe.
They're all humans working together. They have all this power.
What does Senator Kelly say about that? I'm sure that's
He's
this. I'm going to write a letter
long
to Senator
gone.
Kelly.
Senator
What?
Kelly, yeah, I
They
don't
killed
know.
Senator Kelly. Something must be done about these mutants.
Yes.
Getting out of control.
So yeah, Inferno's really good. I would be following this. This is a good X-Men book. I don't think you need to read the other ones. You can just read Inferno. Great fucking covers.
I
You
feel
gotta
like
check
all
them
these
out.
mutant books are just an attempt to get us desensitized to the appearance of mutants, and then we're used to mutants, and then suddenly mutants are normal.
You're never gonna get used to somebody with an Optic blast.
No, but
You
I
can't
think
sit
it's
here
a
and be
plot.
straight faced if I go.
As a normal human, I just don't feel comfortable about all this propagating of mutant things. I like Batman. He's just a normal guy in underwear fighting and punching insane people.
You mean a rich guy that runs around beating
Yeah,
up
the
other
rich
people?
guy.
he's not rich
Everybody
anymore.
Believe it, a rich guy. Where's who's this? There's not a single rich guy in the X-Men. No
Actually,
billionaires.
No, yeah. Actually, White
Bruce
Panther-
isn't rich anymore, and he's
Oh,
still running
he's a
around
woman.
punching people.
Huh?
Bruce isn't rich anymore. and
Charles
he's still-
Xavier was the rich guy.
Charles Xavier was a rich guy, and technically Magneto is too.
He's not rich.
He has a bunch of bases around the world. And a
He's
bunch of
not
other
rich.
shit.
He's got asteroid wealth. That's nothing. That's garbage.
Asteroid. How many asteroids do you own?
Who could sell you? Who could you sell your asteroid to?
Yeah, well,
Nobody. It's money.
you,
Money.
don't got asteroid money.
But he's not rich.
The thing is about the asteroid is being able to mine
He's got one
the
pair of
minerals on the asteroids.
Hey?
The thing about the asteroid is being able to mine all of the minerals.
This isn't a goddamn
On
Bruce Willis
asteroids.
movie. You can't go up in space and mine things.
No, that's
And
what
you
they
saw
want
how
to
it
do.
worked out in that movie.
Alright, either way, White Queen's a billionaire.
White Queen is a prostitute.
No.
No, there's a lot of money in that. You ever been to Club 11?
Anyway, the next up is Marauders. I'm going to do this one quick. Best probably X-Men series going on right now.
Richie
It's
been
really
reading it?
fun to read it. Because she was part of the Hellfire Club. And
Sebastian
she
Shaw
also,
was a rich guy.
so she has money, so she can't have. She's a woman, she can't have money.
Yeah, but
Is that what you're
Sebastian Shaw earned his wealth.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
As you went on. He's really, Sebastian Shaw, I don't know anybody else.
This has been very
knows how old he
nonstop.
actually
This
is.
is very good action. I like seeing the characters because this has been the one that's been steady. It's the same group. They really mess with the powers. I always like to see when they mess with the powers. Like Kitty Pryde knows how to fight people while phasing. So
Oh,
it's
really?
like she'll be like, oh, and then like make her fist solid and hit you at the same time that you're kicking her, and she's like not solid here.
Oh, she
You
can
know?
make one part solid. That's gross. I don't like
Oh
that.
my god.
She can
Anyway.
solidify her hand,
Yeah.
but not her foot at the same time.
Yeah.
That's like the weird Jello mold that's had different.
It's amazing.
Ugh, it creeps me out.
Or we can
Oh.
wear a shitty suit.
But if you're having sex with her,
So you can tickle your G-spot.
So
It
it was
fades out.
really good. Really
a
good.
good
I really
part.
liked Marauders. Let me read some of the comments because you guys are asses.
No, Holy Hell, you'll be the first
no,
in
but
line
that
for
sounds
anything
fun.
like that.
Is that like that Exiles book ran forever and ever, and I never read an issue of it. I feel like this
Yeah.
Marauders is like that for me anyway. It's like seems like
Alright.
a solid book. a
And
lot of
last
people
up is Crossover. You should be reading Crossover. You would enjoy this because there's a lot of things that they talk about. So the whole idea of it is that comic book characters suddenly appear in the world. There's a big boom, and these fictional characters are running around with their powers and everything. They don't know what happens. They try to dome it. A dome is formed around them to
Nice.
keep them in one place.
There's a Batman
Some
type?
escape. So, well, there's been actual characters like Madman. Madman has been there.
Oh man.
Now the characters from Powers have made an appearance.
Dina Pilgrim.
They say, you see Savage Dragon, Spawn,
real
all
characters.
these image characters that Donny Cates had, also from God Country and other places. They have been appeared too. From the Paraponauts, from Dark Horse. From
So
they
it's
have a lot of these
like
characters.
the end of Ready Player One. that big
Hasn't
fight
Max
with
or some
Yeah.
Max characters also made
No,
appearances?
not the Max yet. Not that I've seen. So there were some, the crossovers. So the whole thing is that these characters now escaped. And then what happens is that now that somebody is murdering all these comic book creators in real life. So Chip Zdarsky gets murdered. Brian Michael Bendis. No, Brian Michael Bendis not yet. Some other characters, like some other real writers
So
in the real
not
world.
only
that they
the
wanted done.
characters, but their creators are also in the book.
Yeah. So they believe something is happening where these characters have found out that they've been created, and they think somebody has gone mad and gone and killed their own and killed the creators.
I see.
So there's
Sounds good, sounds
it's really
fun.
interesting. They talk shit. They fuck around with a lot of things because there's a part there where she's talking to the characters from Powers. And he goes, "You're gonna do the Brian Michael Bendis thing, aren't you? We're gonna go back and forth, and you have word bubbles and everything else." And the CIA agent who's on top of everything, it's just like my whole life is just rooms of people talking. I was like, I'm so fucking tired of that. That's my whole fucking life. So it makes fun of the comic book industry at the same time. If you're a big reader of comics, if you're somebody that's into the prose, into the universe and how and styles and this is really fucking.
You know what
great
I'm
writing.
enjoying that's really really self-referential but very fun is Lower Decks, Star Trek Lower Decks. I've been watching that show. I didn't know if I was gonna like it. They
Daniel
make the
Enrique
best-
Ortiz says, you sold me on it. I don't know if
think
he's
he's,
being kidding
yeah.
or...
They make on that show Star Trek Lower Decks. I thought it was gonna be some weird, reimagining, changing. No, they just do an insane number of Star Trek references that are very funny on that show.
Yeah.
It's like if everything that happened on all these shows actually happened, and these characters just walk around like.
I think
oh.
again it comes into if you can do the meta,
Yeah.
but if you tell a good story with the meta, it's fun.
No, they don't break the fourth wall either. They're actually in that world. There's like, oh,
Nah,
what happened
see.
to him? Oh, he had a mirror duplicate last week. Oh, a mirror duplicate sucked.
All right. Well, Daniel looks like Daniel's gonna take this one. You
For
should read it.
transport.
Yeah. So it's a really great series. I fucking dig the shit out of it. It's a beautiful love letter to comics. You should read it too.
What's the art?
Anyway. And
Oh, the
that's
art's
it.
good.
I
The
think
art's
for
good.
now.
The cover is not at all like the interior
Yeah,
art.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There's some
Imperial
really
art
good
ma-
covers.
all the comic book characters are like 4-color, old school looking comic book.
Yeah, so that's the thing. They look like it.
Nice.
And so yeah, I'm telling you, it's a great story. Daddy Cates is kicking some ass with it. So yeah, I would definitely get on this. Try to read it. I think we still have some other back issues of it, and I'm good to go. Anything else?
No, I'm fine.
Guys, Saturday we're gonna be here for Halloween. We're gonna have Goblin Fest going on starting at 12 o'clock all through the day until question mark. Come through. We're gonna have exhibitors outside. We'll have a DJ. The gaming spot will be officially open. Full-on tournament going on there. Come through and hang out, have some beers, talk some shit, yada yada yada, all that good stuff, and enjoy the weekend. Duffel One, what's up?
Oh yes. He was dumpster diving.
Ah, okay. So perfect.
Yeah, he met some young people, and they said that was what they were into.
Yeah. And,
Right.
John cut the music off early. Laters.